Yo, welcome back everybody. In this F4 race, we had some sketchy moments and I would like you to be the judge or the stewards of it. So if you think it was just hard racing or if you think that someone just pushed the limits too much, drop your thoughts in the comments because I'm curious to see if we'll end up with some different opinions. Guys, I'm having an amazing time. It's almost like a second honeymoon with iRacing. I didn't race in almost 2 years and now I'm racing daily. It feels amazing. So I'm glad I have more time to do it. You'll see more content about it. If you like it, just give it a subscribe. That's how I know you're enjoying it. Give your feedback. I take it very seriously. And honestly, thanks for sticking around. Now, going into Lecombe, we have to defend a little bit from Kiyoshi behind. We don't want to give a free position. So we're really trying to fight hard. These guys are fast, close to 5K I rating. So we know we have the pace to move forward, but we have to choose our battle. So once again, I'm showing in his mirrors. I'm also defending passively from Kiyoshi, if that makes sense. And we're really pushing around here. You see the guys in front are fighting. We're getting very, very close, preparing the exit. We really want to press the throttle early into this corner. It also makes the car more stable. But the problem now is this. You see so many cars. We're gonna take the outside, and the Ben in front just brakes way too early there. Way too early. Just pushes us into this worst line on the outside, and we're losing a couple of position. Valentin in front just murders Jackie, if you notice, with the Red Bull livery. It's almost like first grade murder, and they also hit with Ben. So quite chaotic in this corners. We have to concede the position from Kiyoshi. We have to defend from Alessandro behind. So a lot of things going on and just in three corners. And you always have to watch those mirrors because you would never know if someone will dive bomb unless you check it. So once again, now we're under pressure from Alessandro. We're defending here. We don't want to give him the position. So keeping the inside line covered, he backs off a little bit. And now we will probably have to defend once again. So let's see the bus stop. The guys in front are fighting. We're going to take, you see, once again, a defensive line. We're going to take the inside line. Really want to fight for each position because, you know, it's just lap one. But if you lose a couple of places, then it's going to be very hard to come back. You see, we have a little moment there. You are the stewards in this race. Do you think I was just going too wide? We got a 0x, so I thought it wasn't that bad. And also we kept the position. Now, the guys in front are much closer, so they will pull quite a lot because they're all going with slipstream. So at this point in time, I knew that I really had to push a lot into the next corners to get into their slipstream, because otherwise it would have been very hard to catch up. Also, not having slipstream on Spa means you're going to be vulnerable for the guys behind. So going into Lecombe, I was really trying to push the braking point using all that curb, braking in the middle of it. And it seems like we were able to catch up. Because guess what? These guys are also fighting. So we're now in P6. But we are back into the slipstream range. So they're going side by side into this corner. We just have to follow them through. Making sure we're not doing some big mistakes, making sure we're early on the gas here. And we have once again a very good exit. Remember Ben in front who braked earlier in the first lap? Let's see what's he gonna do now. Now it was a little bit better, but we still got to the outside. Probably this time it was our fault. But you see, he's covering it so quickly, man. Like, these last moment blocks are dangerous. And I won't want to call it, but I think it was karma. Like, man, you're blocking it in the last possible moment under braking. It was really fortunate that I didn't hit you, and then you just take over the other guy. So the racing standards in F4, I feel like it's just a step down for the service. I don't know why F4 is like this. And I don't want to, like, if you're really enjoying F4 at the moment and you're having a great time in F4, I'm glad for you. But just switching between different series recently, I found F4 to be not the dirtiest, but I really don't know how to put it into words. I think it's just people trying to achieve too much, right? To achieve too much in all the corners. But anyways, we are now in P4. We're behind Valentin, and now we will try once again to push to get into the slipstream range, all that good stuff. So, a question for you now. If you're racing open wheels and you have some options, you have the SFL, you have the F3, you have the F4, and you also have the SF23. I know that's not that popular, but it's still an option. In which one of these series you're finding that the racing is much better? Because I'm really curious. I will try to experiment this week with SFL. SFL is running Red Bull Ring, so I will have like a direct comparison. But in my opinion, F4 seems like F4 is very competitive. Don't get me wrong. Like these grids are very, very competitive. People are signing up 100 plus drivers just for a single race. But it feels painful in some of the races, just going side by side. But anyways, I digress. It might be a skill issue from my side, so I will have to get better. Right now, we were really trying to push. We felt like we had the pace to even win this race. Slipstream is a big part of it, but once you get ahead and you survive like the first Lecombe, then you have a good chance to pull a gap in this section. So at this point in time, we're going chill. We have Ben behind us, 0.6, but we're looking mostly in front because we want to make the most out of the opportunities that will present to us. Now, these guys were really fighting. You'll see Kiyoshi and Valentin really having a go at it. And Raul in front seems like for the moment he was safe, but Valentin is catching back to him. So you see the slipstream is so powerful, especially when you're in that 0.3 range. And, this happens, like Valentin completely murders Raul. Or maybe it was Raul's fault. Who do you think? From my perspective, it looks like Valentin just ran over him. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes, at these speeds, it's hard to be precise. It can also be netcode, But we're trying to have a good exit out of this corner. We're really trying to make an overtake onto the big straight. We also have Ben behind us, 0.3 behind us. So you see right now, Kiyoshi is going to try to just stop my slipstreams. He's going left and right, weaving a little bit. That's fine. If you're doing it just once left, once right, I think that's fine. There's no biggie. And now we're coming with such a big slipstream. You see two cars getting slipstream. We're getting very close. Valentin on the right side. I'm trying to take all the way to the outside, braking on this curb. And I want you to remember this. So braking on that curb in Lecombe, okay? This will be almost like a core moment for this race. You'll see soon why. And we're able to take the position. Now we're going to defend a little. So you see positioning the car in the center. And we have to push. We have to push because we can get P1. And then maybe we can build a gap if we survive Lecombe. So the plan now was just flat out pushing. It's not easy around this track. This track is very brutal. Like you can easily lose in one of the corners like 3 tenths, and you will think to yourself, man, what did I do differently? You see, Spa is a very difficult track. Also, F4 around here feels, it's different because there's new tires for F4, but to me it feels a lot better than last time than I ran F4. I don't know why. It's probably because of the tires, but the car feels more alive. And keep in mind now we're running the fixed setup. This is the fixed setup race. Kiyoshi in front took a big off track. So now we'll have the first opportunity for an overtake. But the problem around here is that if you're pushing into this corner, then you're going side by side into the next one, then everyone will catch up. So I just do a small lift. I might push him a little bit, but just a little bit, and then back off. And now let's see, he's choosing the outside, I'm choosing the inside. He's braking very late, so I'm getting back on the racing line. Fair play to him. I was not sure it was possible to brake this late, so this just showed me that there's more lap time to be found in that corner because you braked so late. And now we're just gonna try to do the slipstream game. We will brake nice early, being early on the gas, making sure we're not overheating the rear tires into that corner, so we have good traction here. And we have the perfect gap. You see 0.4. The problem is Valentin behind, because he's 0.2 behind me, which will be a big issue in a moment. But if we're looking just ahead, this gap will allow us to get a pretty good slipstream from Kiyoshi. But Valentin is coming, so let's see. Kiyoshi is going on the right side. I'm going into the center, and Valentin is taking the outside line. So we're going 3 wide into this corner. We're braking, and this happens. So at first I thought that, okay, this was on my fault. I was at fault, because look, you see, we're gonna brake, and now I hit him under braking. But then after I just watch it more and more again, you see that there's that space on the curb. So what do you think? Could he have used that part of the curb that you're using in qualifying whenever you're trying to be fast? You're opening up the corner as much as you can. That's the normal racing line. Or he was his right to not use it and in a way squeeze me a little in the center. It's hard to say. I definitely believe that if I crashed, there should have been something I could have done differently. So in a way, it's my fault, because you never want to crash. There's not something that you want to do it on purpose. So my takeaway from here is that you have to just watch the other guy positioning. And if you're seeing that, okay, he's not using that part of the track, then it means we have less space, then you should just give the space. So I think that technically it wasn't my fault, but practically it was my fault, if that makes sense. What do you think? Does it make sense, or I'm just a little crazy here? And I want to show you one more thing. This was the last lap battle because, we were dead. So look what happens. Look at the white car defending this last corner. And he won. This was Kiyoshi, by the way. So a 5K rated driver. I mean, I don't want to blame, but that just proves a little bit my point with F4. So it was an unlucky race, but I'll do more F4 and I'm sure we'll bounce back stronger. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. Bye bye.